Here's 3 tips for Moonknight that'll help you rank up all the way to eternity. So this is the crosshair I use for Moonknight, which is honestly super helpful as his primary fire has quite a slow travel time. So that outer circle helps with tracking moving targets and also leading your shots. If you do want to give this a go for yourself, I'll throw the settings up on screen now, and I'll also leave the crosshair code in the video description. It is worth pointing out too that his blades come out in a different position if you stood still or if you're moving. So practicing your strafe on Moonknight will massively improve how much damage you do, as the most ideal strafe pattern would actually be to shoot stood still and then move like this. Next, let's talk about how to actually play Moonknight and his playstyle. He's in a really good spot right now because he can do a bit of everything. For example, he has 3 different movement abilities. You have the grapple, the double jump and the glide. So you can use all of these to reposition yourself and more importantly look for off angles. What I like to do when I'm playing him is constantly go for their supports. So say I take an off angle here, I'd onk the back line and try to get a pick where I can and then rotate out from there. He's also extremely good at peeling for your own support. So say your healers are getting dove by a Black Panther or a Spider-Man, you can literally just turn around, onk them and look to do damage and get picks here. If you are doing well in a game on Moonknight though, it is inevitable that the enemy team will try to dive you as well. So if they do, one way to counter this is to look down and grapple the floor, and then from here you can also use the double jump and the glide, and this makes you so much harder to kill. You can also use the same technique to dodge enemy ground ults. And then in terms of his actual combos, the only combo you really need to know to burst down the backline or squishies is primary fire onk and then moonblade followed by more primaries. Then finally for his ultimate, make sure you are using this to counter enemy support ults, as it literally goes through all of the support ults in the game bar Rocket Raccoons. And you can also pair it with your onk, as this drags players into it. So I like to onk players together and then immediately ult and spam out primaries from there. By the way, I'm doing tips like this for every hero in the game, so make sure you are following to not miss out on any of them.